Hello everyone. Before we get started today, I have a big shout out to one of the most important contributors on the channel, that being Alita1. Guess who got a character profile video for Cyberworld? Have I seen it? No, not yet, but I'm going to watch it 1,000 times, and I expect all of you to do the same. Let's go show Boat Alita some love. I also just realized that was Alita's first toy, wasn't it? It was the BotCon Alita, who turned into a boat. I wonder if that's where the idea came from. In any case, it's Alita1. She's getting some spotlight, so I'm happy. The only thing that could have made this better is if Thundercracker and Cliffjumper also got character profile videos. Scrapper 2. Now, we do have at least one sighting to talk about. That being the fact that people are finding Wingtail and Blue Booster. This is the Tails and Sonic Transformers. And again, it makes me sad because I like the bodies, but the heads kind of ruin it for me. It's a thing where, like, maybe if they looked a little bit more like Metal Sonic and Tails doll, but just as is, they look like they're Transformers wearing weird masks. I'm not going to be going for this, but it's out there, and if you're into it, I hope you're able to find it and enjoy it. Third Party had some cool stuff to talk about. DNA Design is giving an upgrade kit. It's going to give you pieces for both Studio Series 86 Scrapper and Bone Crusher. The big thing is, of course, the horns. But you're also going to be able to make Bone Crusher taller, so he's going to be the same size as Scrapper, and then there's some smaller pieces to add on to Scrapper, more for aesthetics. It's a cool looking design kit. I might get it just for the sake of my Scrapper. Also, this was revealed literally right before my news video last week, but New Age has taken their Hoist mold, which is also their Trailbreaker mold, and they are going to give us animated Ratchet. And for a more G1 style animated Ratchet, this actually looks pretty good. I never thought about it, but Hoist and animated Ratchet actually do have a similar silhouette. This isn't perfect, but it's pretty solid for a remold. We're also getting Scorch, and this is something that I've said for years. Any Trailbreaker or Hoist mold could turn into Scorch. I'm kind of amazed that New Age is doing this before Hasbro has thought to do it. Official reveals. There are a few things to talk about because we just had the Pulse fan stream last week. But before we get there are rumors circulating, again, about a missing link Ultra Magnus. The reason why it seems even more believable now is because we've seen a panel from a comic that's going to feature Missing Link RC, and Ultra Magnus is heavily featured. So, if I had to be a betting man, I could definitely see them doing Missing Link Ultra Magnus very soon. They already have Optimus, you would just have to do the trailer, and Magnus is such a popular character, I don't see why they wouldn't go that direction. I know that Grimlock was in that same leak, so maybe, we're going to get Missing Link, Magnus, and Grimlock. What I'll say is, cowards, do Missing Link Unicron. That's what we need. These guys are also super cute. So I think these guys are called the Moshi Bots. They're just little plushy characters. And I really want this Shockwave. The Mirage is cute, but I think I would like the normal Mirage that they did a few waves before. And then even though I like Soundwave, I really like Shattered Glass Soundwave. They both look good, but Shattered Glass's Soundwave's headband just makes him look a little bit better to my eye. I like it a lot. Now we're getting into what we actually saw on the fan stream on Tuesday. So we're going to start off with what I think is a pretty mundane reveal. This is going to be a repaint of the Studio Series 86 Snarl and Slug into their G2 colors. And this isn't for me, but if you already have G2 Grimlock, or if you grew up with the G2 Dinobots, I could see you being into this. I know a lot of people specifically have love for all red Snarl. My issue is that it's not the same red throughout, but apparently that is accurate to the G2 toy. I'll take your word for it. I think it would have looked better if he had that burgundy in the torso too. There's also going to be an Amazon 2-pack of Legacy, was that Legacy United Sandstorm? I think that was Legacy United. As well as the Titans Return Slug Slinger. Slug Slinger is one of my favorite Titans Return toys. I've never messed with Sandstorm. There's nothing here for me though. Slug Slinger is better painted than Titans Return Slug Slinger. But I don't like this color as much. I prefer his kind of more seafoam green that he had in the original toy. Also, to celebrate 15 years of one of the worst sequels of all time, we're getting a Decepticon 3-pack, and this is so weird to me. They chose a 3 that makes sense, but also Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. One of the best toys in Studio Series. I adore that toy. Studio Series Fallen is a very funny toy. It is not good, but it is very funny. And Soundwave is one of the worst Studio Series toys. Like, Satellite Soundwave is right up there with Car Shatter and being really bad. This 3-pack is all across the board for me. I want it because my Megatron's in really rough condition, so I would like this better painted Megatron. The Fallen looks almost identical to the Fallen that I just bought a few months ago, and I don't need another version of him, and I absolutely don't need this Soundwave. If they were going to do a Revenge of the Fallen 3-pack, I kind of wish that maybe they had focused on the Constructicons. Like, I don't know. I would say the Fallen's come out too recently, and Soundwave's not good. So why don't you do Megatron, sure, but then maybe sub in, I don't know, Scrapper and Scrap Metal, because those two are really popular and go for a lot of money right now. And Scrap Metal and Scrapper, I'm pointing out specifically because those two are great toys on their own, but would also be good if someone was trying to build up Devastator. And they just re-released Overload, so then that could turn to a thing where maybe they just start re-releasing the Constructicons again. That's what I would have done, but the 3-pack's fine. It's okay. It's not okay. This is a character that everyone seems to be excited for, except for me. I know Flatline from the movie comics. Apparently he was also in IDW too. I saw so many people losing their minds saying that this was like the best repaint, best remold they've seen in years. And it's like, it's kind of just a black-red alert. I guess it's just the color scheme. Black and red's a good color scheme, but I know all over Blue Sky, all over YouTube, I saw people who were really, really excited for this guy, and I'm so happy for you guys. I'm happy that you are really into Flatline. There's nothing much here for me, though. There is also going to be, which one are you? You're Firefly. Or Fireflight. My apologies, because Firefly has to only be a G.I. Joe. Fireflight is going to be a remold of Slingshot, which is disappointing, but also the Combiner Wars Slingshot was a remold of Fireflight, so I guess it's just paying it forward. I'm sorry, the aerial bots have never been my favorite. That said, Skydive is my favorite aerial bot, and I think he's the best looking one out of any of them. He looks so nice. I'm not going to get Superion. I might get Skydive, though. He looks really good. I like him a lot. Also, say hello to Venom. This is, of course, G1 Venom, but we can't do that name anymore because Marvel. Venom looks really, really good. This will complete our deluxe Insecticons. We'll finally have all of them in the Legacy style now, and I think he's the best looking one out of the deluxe Insecticons. I don't have any of the others, but I might go in for Venom, because he's cool looking, and also I love how his big bug eyes are just there on the sides of his head. I would like to think that his eye visor is actually his mouth, and his eyes are still the robot eyes, so he just has like a constant, "Hey guys," look on his face. I like this dude. Alpha Trion really surprised me, because I was not looking forward to Alpha Trion. It's like, okay, we've had the Legacy Alpha Trion, we have Titan's Return Alpha Trion, we've kind of seen all the old men Alpha Trions. They actually went for A3, as opposed to Alpha Trion. So this is how he looked in the episode War Dawn, but you also have the book and the scribe. The book is supposed to be the Covenant of Primus, and I like his vehicle mode. It looks bad, but also in my stupid head, it's like, oh, it looks like a pen. He's turning into a pen. I'm not saying that's what his alternate mode is. I'm just saying that when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, he's supposed to look like a pencil. I don't think he's going to be the best, but it is a different Alpha Trion, and I can appreciate that much. Speaking of different, say hello to my Cronus, and I'm so happy that my Cronus looks like how he did in Robots in Disguise. The one thing that bothers me with my Cronus is there's a lot of translucent plastic, and those are ball joints. I'm real worried that he's going to snap one day, which is a shame because this looks like it's going to be the best Micronus we ever get. I love that his unicycle turns into the Apex armor, so you're still getting a deluxe-sized Transformer, but my Cronus gets to still be as small as he needs to be. I wish they had gone for opaque plastic. I really, really wish he wasn't translucent. Onyx! Onyx still looks great. No surprise there. Love him. So, that gets us to the end of the toy news. What's coming up? What's coming out this week? Well, honestly, it's just going to be the many toys of Cyclonus. I'm really happy with this one, and I'm happy to be able to talk about a character who I don't just love for their G1 version, but also for their Unicron Trilogy version. There was supposed to be an interview that went up this week. However, that just never was able to materialize. I'm hoping that can go up maybe next week. Because I was really expecting that interview to go up this week, I've not had time to finish my next Godzilla episode. I'm planning on the Godzilla episodes, the many movies of Godzilla, to become a bi-weekly show and have just another, not big event, but not just a review, but something Transformers related happen on Wednesday on the weeks that we don't do Godzilla. So for instance, interviews would happen on Wednesday. Maybe if I were to do like a ranking video, and I don't mean like my normal Cybertronian rankings, but like my favorite Seeker molds or something like that. Something that's a little bit more low effort. That would be on Wednesdays now. But like I said, the interview kind of fell through, so it's probably just going to be a review on Wednesday today, or on Wednesday this week, and we'll try to bound back next week. I'm still really excited for this episode. I hope you guys enjoy it, because Cyclonus is such a popular request. Also, I'll say it, I'm proud of this thumbnail. I think I did a good job on this one. But I want to also point out that Pride Month is still going strong. Many Toys of RC will be coming next week, with Cosmos seeing off the month on Sunday, June 29th, and that will have completed our single biggest week of Many Toys of to date. I do want to say this just to clarify. The minisodes, I don't know how often they'll be there, but I do want to start incorporating them more into the month, just because there have been times where like I did a character like Spinister or Toxitron, and it's like, okay, my big episode for the week is only 6 minutes long. So the minisodes will be around, and they will be for characters that just don't have much to talk about, but I don't know how frequently they will be there. In any case, I want to thank my producers, Oscar, NJ Boy, and Confish, my two first producers, of course. I want to thank Sinan and Incinerator, always. Silvershot and God Empress Music are always good pals. Delinquent and Cool Colin 17, thank you both. And finally, a big thank you to Angel and Sam. Wow! I do want to say, if you would like to support me on Patreon and make it to where I can continue doing these videos in perpetuity, then for $1, you can become a Scout class member, a Core class member. You'll be able to join my Discord server. For $5, you'll become Deluxe class. You'll be able to watch videos early and download videos directly from me. And for $10, you become Voyager class. Not only will you be able to make direct video requests from me, but you will show up at the end of all my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.